the Avengers, the Fairy Tail gang has formed. They're battling it out with the Avatars. Avatar, you can go from Last Airbender, Pandora. I'm talking about Xeroth's group. Basically, the priest / Gramps is summoning, doing his purification, and he's battling Natsu. He's pretty much, Natsu's going after his ass. You have this force field where Natsu pretty much breaks easily, but it's too late. The purification happens, and I think it was Itsunaku. It's kind of hard to pronounce it, but basically he summons this big old god of war, honestly. It's a god of war, basically. You see this big-ass foot coming from the sky. See it just trample all these Xeroth people who are worship Xeroth and stuff. They're their own comrades. And that's what the purification is all about. I mean, you got to make sacrifices. You have sacrifices. So the guy's plan is basically to sacrifice his own people, his own following, to bring out Xeroth, bring Xeroth to life. Well, Natsu's not having that. Natsu basically just destroys this god of war, honestly, in the very end. That's my major issue with these two double chapters. It seems like it's been a while since we had Fairy Tail. But the main issue I always have with Fairy Tail is that we get introduced with this group, we get introduced to these villains, and they're just... That's it. Like, it's easy as pie. It's like rolling, getting a piece of paper, crumpling it up, and try to hit a J in the trash can. That's it. I mean, you work hard on your little doodle, and then you just crumple it up and I'm done with it. Whatever. See if I could score. I hope this is not it. I hope that it's just not... I know there's bigger stories, to basically go to or see what everybody else is up to, but come on, man. I was excited for a Gray and Natsu fight. That's not going to happen. I was excited. I wasn't necessarily excited, but I wanted to see what this Avatar group could do. They really didn't do much. It's just really showcasing these past chapters of Natsu's power and how everybody has grown, especially Natsu. Natsu is just taking care of business every day. I mean, that's basically what Natsu is doing this whole time. I love Natsu, but goddamn, man, just I've seen other manga out there that has the balance. They have balance, while this doesn't have really any balance. It's always either one-sided. So I think the last really balanced kind of chapters where I felt like on edge and I felt like it was going back and forth was the whole Igneel and the dragons that we previously, before the time skip, if you want to call it really a time skip. But yeah, that's basic. Because honestly, they all look just alike. I mean, there's really they just grown stronger. I mean, when it comes to time skip, I thought they were going to get like a little bit newer designs and stuff, but that's alright, whatever. Did you guys see that Ersa look that she had for Natsu? I mean, I always when I watched the anime series, I always I like Ersa and Natsu together. I mean, a couples thing and stuff, but I do love Ersa. Ersa is the queen. But it was just interesting to see those two panels with Ersa. Of course, it doesn't mean anything romantically. It's probably more like affection of this. I've known you for a long time, and you've just grown. You've grown this powerful. She says that at the end of the panel. So nothing romantically. Honestly, when it comes to fairy tales, I don't really give a rat's ass about pairings. I think this could work, but all in all, it doesn't really matter to me. I think the only one I really like is Gajeel and Levi. But pairing-wise, that's not the main focus of Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail, I look for really battles, awesome fights, and comedy. I do love the comedy in Fairy Tail. These two chapters did seem... It felt like the first chapter was definitely... It felt like it was all one chapter, honestly. It didn't feel like two, one separate, and the next one separate. It felt like all one conclusive chapter. So I don't know why we just didn't get one freaking chapter. It never felt like anything it felt the same tones, same everything. It didn't feel anything different when it's two chapters. It kind of felt a little wasteful. It felt a little wasteful, honestly. I don't know why. But yeah. But overall, it was an okay chapter. I really don't like how just that's it with the villains. All said and done. What we don't know. I mean, another double chapter next week, but a special big announcement, next week. So, what's that big announcement going to be? I don't know why, but it feels like, I mean, even though we had the time skip, it feels like Fairy Tail seems to be, heading towards the end. It doesn't seem like there's too much creative thinking anymore. I mean, we already had Igneel, we already had this major dragon fight, and there could be more stories on the forefront, but it just feels like there's nothing really to strive for, no goals to really go. But honestly, I look forward to see what we could do with this Fairy Tail manga. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the big announcement is. It's probably for another movie or some shit like that. But honestly, these two chapters were fine. It's just I'm kind of getting frustrated with the villains and with these story, plot where you think it's going, the potential it's going, and it just drops. It just drops like that. But overall, I do like how Natsu has just gotten super strong. He's such a beast right now. I do like the whole camaraderie of everybody getting back together. Definitely like, even though I want to see the Gray and Natsu fight, I do like how it's not going to Naruto route, honestly. But I just feel like we do need, Zeroff is the major villain, honestly, but I feel like if you're going to introduce villains, do not just, think they're just something to showcase your character's powers. They should be a menace. They should be a villain. They shouldn't be like Ultron from Avengers, where he's just tongue and cheek. I mean, he's better do some damage. So overall, that's really my own complaint. That's my only nitpick from these two chapters. But honestly, it was fine. I did enjoy the chapters. The two double chapters when I felt like it was just one chapter. I think the art was very great. I did love the panels with the fight scenes with Natsu and the old man, especially with Natsu and pretty much the God of War. Honestly, I loved how he just used his dragon fist and he's just punching the shit out of this guy, and he's thinking back to Igneel. I do love the speech he gave about his comrades, and just he was pissed off that this guy was just killing off his own comrades just to reach his goal. That shouldn't be like that. So those are the things I really liked and enjoyed, and there are some things I didn't, like I said. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, let me know your guys' thoughts on this chapter. I'll have the link below so you can check it out yourself, the two chapters. And that's all I have to say. So, it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. See you guys.